Jeopardy. Fans have spotted that Mayim Bialik is not exactly one for conversation during contestant interviews. Twitter users vented about how she races through the queue and a portion compared to Jennings. Mayim, 47, is hosting the remainder of season 39, which will air until the tail end of the summer. Ken, 48, is subbing back in for the final week of the season, since Mayim is supporting the WGA writers' strike. Viewers tear down the sitcom star for her lengthy pauses when ruling a contestant correct or incorrect, but it seems her reactions to contestant anecdotes during the interview segment are the opposite. On Wednesday's episode, Nilay Amin told the host during the nightly interview gameplay break that he has a fascination with stargazing. When I was maybe 8 or 9, my mom woke me up at 2 a.m. to watch one of the meteor showers. It's something I've loved ever since. Mayim simply replied, "Awesome." Next, eventual winner Holly Hassel revealed she's in a rock band with other English teachers. One of their first songs was about Emma Bocher, who took down none other than James Holzhauer on Game 33 in 2019. "That is super, super awesome, glad to have you here," Mayim said and moved on. Then, six-day winner Suresh Krishnan joked he blamed the now-disbanded Jeopardy! Crewed for his obsession with world travel in a sweet shout-out. "That makes sense," Mayim said. "Mayim's NTRVIEVUREHCTIAMANS." Viewers on Twitter jokingly impersonated her lack of back and forth, while others were bothered the host doesn't offer any sort of additional quip to keep things flowing more naturally. One person wrote, "My Mayim impression, also a new drinking game. That's awesome." Plus laughter. Another wrote, "Awesome, that is super super awesome. That makes sense." Mayim's wit was on full display today during the At Jeopardy interview section. A third wrote, "Still not a single follow-up #awkward." And a fourth, "I'm not the biggest fan of Jeopardy interviews, but it's still off-putting when Mayim races through them without paying attention to them." A fifth replied, "I say this to my husband every night. Ken seems genuinely interested in the contestants. Mayim seems not to care. She cannot talk without a script," harshly accused a sixth. Another fan compiled Mayim's responses the night before. "Doesn't sound weird to me at all. That's really incredible. All right, let's get back to the game." Mayim Bialik's contestant interactions today on #Jeopardy. Not a single follow-up. I never liked gay part. Ken recently admitted he's never liked the contestant interview segment of Jeopardy! Speaking to The New Yorker last week, Ken, 48, admitted, "Yeah, I never liked that part, it's a little cringy. And even if the players tell an amazing anecdote perfectly, I mean, that's just not the time for it." Ken's master fuel moment. That said, Ken recently wrapped the thrilling Jeopardy! Masters special, which was won by James Holzhauer. And there's no question that Ken has shown he's extremely quick on his feet and able to shine during the segment, even if he doesn't like it. Underdog Mattia Roach, 24, came in a close second, and near tears, revealed the sudden loss of their father at 57, which took place while filming the tournament. Mattia shared to the world, "My dad passed away at the start of the month very suddenly. He's a huge part of the reason why I'm here. He and my mom instilled an early love of geography in me. My dad taught me all about Turner Classic Movies and old movies. I was actually here at the set when my dad died. And everyone here, my fellow contestants, I cannot ask for better support during what was the worst day of my life. Thank you to everyone," they said. The crowd clapped and Ken comforted the Jeopardy! Star, Mattia. He began while trembling. "All of us at Jeopardy! Are so heartbroken. And speaking as a dad, I can only guess at how proud he must have been of you. And I'm so glad he got the chance to see you play. Play Masters." Mattia's smile returned, and they nodded as Ken said, "Take a second," before starting the next round in a truly winning moment. "You have a second. We'll talk about the next categories in a second." One fan on Twitter, "This was a lovely moment on Jeopardy! Ken Jennings was visibly moved, and I teared up as Mattia spoke about their loss and their family. Losing a parent is an excruciating loss." Jeopardy! Has long been known for its rich history of intellectual competition, drawing in fans with its fast-paced questions and format. Yet recently, the spotlight has shifted from the contestants to the host. Fans have begun buzzing about Mayim Bialik, who's been at the helm of the show alongside Jennings, filling the hosting role since the passing of the legendary Alex Trebek. In recent episodes, a number of viewers have taken to social media to express frustration over what they describe as Mayim racing through certain segments of the game. Specifically, fans are noticing a hurried pace during the crucial final Jeopardy round, leaving them feeling a bit unsatisfied by how rushed the ending seems. Final Jeopardy should be the most intense, the most thrilling part of the game, one longtime fan wrote on Twitter. But lately, it feels like Mayim is just speeding through it like she has somewhere to be. It's taking away from the suspense. Others echoed similar complaints, pointing out how Bialik's hosting style seems more rushed compared to Jennings, who tends to take his time when presenting the final question, giving contestants and viewers at home more room to absorb the gravity of the moment. The fans' observations. Jeopardy fans are a dedicated bunch, and they've noticed certain patterns in Bialik's hosting style that they find infuriating. One key critique centers on the pacing during the final segment, where contestants' bets and responses can make or break their entire game. According to some viewers, Bialik tends to speak too quickly when reading the final Jeopardy clue, which detracts from the tension of the moment. This rapid delivery, coupled with quick transitions between contestant responses, has left some fans feeling like the dramatic build-up is lost. I've been watching Jeopardy for over a decade, and this is the first time I felt like I'm missing out on the suspense. Another viewer shared in a Reddit thread dedicated to the show. The whole point of Final Jeopardy is the tension, the anticipation. Mayim just breezes right through it. It's almost like she's on autopilot. There's also been chatter about how Bialik often hurries through the contestant interviews, a staple of Jeopardy, that gives the audience a brief glimpse into the lives of those competing on the show. These small segments typically offer a lighthearted break from the intensity of the trivia, but fans claim that Mayim's quicker pace robs these moments of their charm. She seems so disinterested during the interviews, one commenter noted. She asks the contestants a question, barely listens to their answer, and then moves on. There's no connection there, no warmth. It's awkward. The pressure of filling Alex Trebek's shoes. While the fans' frustrations are real, it's important to consider the monumental pressure that comes with hosting a show as beloved as Jeopardy. Alex Trebek was more than just the host. He was the face of the show for nearly 4 decades, and his calm, measured demeanor became synonymous with the essence of Jeopardy. Any new host, no matter how talented, would inevitably face comparisons to Trebek's style. Mayim Bialik, though widely respected in her own right, stepped into a role with high expectations. Some have speculated that her rushed approach may be a result of trying to establish her own rhythm, while also living up to the legacy Trebek left behind. Yet, despite the criticism, there are fans who continue to support her and appreciate the fresh energy she brings to the show. People forget how hard it must be to fill Trebek's shoes. One user defended Bialik in an online discussion. I think she's doing a great job, and it's just a matter of getting used to her style. The split between fans. It's clear that there's a divide in the Jeopardy fan base when it comes to Mayim Bialik's hosting abilities. On one hand, there are those who find her approach to be too quick, especially during key moments of the show. On the other, there's a segment of the audience that appreciates her for bringing something new to the table. A recurring theme among Bialik's critics is the belief that she doesn't let the game breathe. For many fans, Jeopardy isn't just a fast-paced trivia competition, it's an experience. The pauses, the drama, and the anticipation all play a role in why people tune in day after day. Some feel that Bialik's faster pace detracts from the show's overall rhythm and excitement. However, not all fans agree with this perspective. A growing number of viewers have come to appreciate Bialik's quick delivery and efficient transitions, seeing it as a way to keep the game moving and ensure more focus on the trivia itself. "I don't mind the faster pace," one fan commented. "It keeps things from dragging, and I like how concise she is." Not everyone needs to be Alex Trebek. Room for growth. Despite the criticism, it's important to remember that Bialik is still relatively new to the Jeopardy hosting gig, and there's always room for growth. Adjusting to the nuances of hosting a game show, especially one with as devoted a fanbase as Jeopardy, is no easy task. It's entirely possible that Bialik could take the feedback from fans and make subtle changes to her pacing.